What's up, boys? So, today, got a little bit different video. By different video, I mean this is pretty much one of my first videos. We are starting on the $150 Yep Challenge. 24 Yep. Yep. So, kind of inspired by a lot of the builds that I've seen on YouTube, and I figured I will give them a shot. So yeah, in true 24 Yep fashion, we're going to do this from scratch with stuff that we can find around here and see if we can stay in the $150 budget. But something wrong here. If we're doing this 24 Yep style, something not right here. There we go. Now it's Yep style. Got the work surface prepped. Yeah, we can go ahead and get started. We're going to go out and get some raw materials. Doing this as cheap as possible, so we can use the quality parts that are a little more expensive. And yeah, we'll go ahead and get started. We got some big plans. I've got them in my book of secret stuff. See? Book of secret stuff. Yeah, we'll see what we can. I've never done anything completely from scratch like this. I've never made my own frame or anything like that. So lots of firsts for me. So a little patience, and yeah, let's see what we can build. All right, let's go get some parts for this build and go over to the scrap pile and see what we can find. Got some ideas we're gonna try. No idea if it's gonna work out, but we're gonna try. I see some chassis material, some aluminum or aluminum, depending on where you're from. And one of the ideas I have, we're going to be using some lead weights. See how easy we can get these off. That wasn't too bad. Okay, that one's a little tougher. Okay, get that one off and use some of these. Might need a few more, but as you can see, I've got plenty to pick through for some free lead weights for some ideas that I have. So yeah, let's get this stuff in the shop and get started. All right. Well, I took my template and cut it out on the scrap aluminum that we got from outside, out of the old bus sign. Took it, I glued it with a little bit of 3M spray adhesive, and then I went ahead and used my coping saw on the bench with the vise, cut it out, and then went over to the drill press and drilled all the holes out. There's one side of it, so now you just gotta duplicate it and get the other side. And after that, we'll move on to the next step, which will be coming up with the cross members and the skid. I'm not gonna use a stock skid on it. I'm gonna do an aluminum skid out of the scrap aluminum, and yeah, we'll go from there. Hopefully we can get that done tonight before I have to go in, but if not, we'll pick up on it tomorrow. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and shut this off and get going. I'll check back in once I have a little more progress. Okay, so I've taken the piece that we already had cut out, put it up against the stop sign piece that I've got cut out and left over. I clamped it, drilled a hole through the farthest end points, put them into place. That way it'll hold it together, and then I'll just take the coping saw and then just follow my other side. That way I have a matching side front and back. So now we'll go ahead and get this cut out and move on to the next step. Alright, got the other side cut out, still got them sandwiched together, sanded all together, that way everything lines up. Next step will be to put it in the drill press. If you have one of these, it sure makes it a lot easier to line them up. Drill press with one of these sliding clamps where you can just adjust everything fine-tuned, and helps if your drill press is secured to the floor, but either way. Yeah, I can adjust it, fine-tune it. That way I can make sure I get my holes in the same spot every time. So we'll go through and drill through all them holes again so it transfers to the other one, and we'll be ready to go to the next step. Just like that. Alright, got there is one TIG welded aluminum frame. First time TIG welding. Lots of YouTube research. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get started on the next part of it and keep this rig going. See if we can get her done by the 22nd. We're running out of time and it's coming up quick. Hey everybody, Nick with Little Dog RC from the future. The reasons from the future is because I've got a bunch of the video that I had for the build in the shop that the files are somehow corrupted and I cannot fix them. I tried and I just can't do it. So what we've got for the beginning is all there is. I do have some run video, just a real short clip. That's kind of a combination of the stuff I put on Instagram. Yeah, I figured I'd just come on here real quick and kind of open it up and show you kind of what we got on the inside, some of the parts I used, some of the custom things that I did, and yeah, just kind of go from there. Gotta move the SCX30 dually long boy out of the way. One of my next future video projects, talking about that and a trailer I'm designing for. And we got Atlas Prime here, trying to figure out how to do 6-wheel steer. Gonna do a video on that too eventually. Gotta focus on the RockRod first. So go ahead and pop the top off. Trey, if you do pick this, just be aware that the magnets are very strong and try not to pop the front grill off. I think I just cracked it again. Nope, we're good. If you pry up on it, just be careful not to pry that front and break it. I have done it twice already. Not a good time. If you do, just super glue back on. It's fine. Okay. So here's the aluminum chassis that I made. Just drew it up on a scrap piece of paper one day and was like, that looks like it'll work. Wheelbase, we are right at the 155.
Um, got stock axles, front and rear. We did the 24 yep mod to the front axles by cutting out the sections of it. We got some Mias uh, U-joint axle shafts in it, where we dremeled the ears a little bit to get that extra steering on it so it doesn't bind. Stock diff cover. You do have it's a discontinued steering link on there, but I was able to get everything for like $6, something like that. It was super cheap. Got the Mia's 8 kilogram servo on it. We are running some cut up. I had to cut the center out to make them fit. Upgrade RC razor wire tires with some bones in them. The wheels are a 5-piece design uh, that I kind of made up as I went. So we got 3 of these aluminum rings. Aluminum discs. So we got this outer one in the center, and one on the back. The one in the center is the one that has the hub mounted on it that I took off of some old Endura steel wheels. I kind of priced them out accordingly uh, and put just the hub part into the budget. Bolted all together with some M2.5 bolts that I found with some nylocks on the back. Sandwiched them all together with some PVC uh, pieces of pipe in between to give it the spacing. And then for the fronts, what I did is the lead weights that you've seen at the front at the beginning of the video, I took those and melted those down into some rings, and I mounted a ring in the front of each one. These wheels are very heavy. They are almost 120 grams, fully built with the tire foam and everything. Very heavy, but it gives it a I was really surprised. It gives it a pretty decent balance. It's at a 64-36 um, front to rear bias without the shout out to the Nacho for the scale. We got my own. So, um, anyways, we got a metal transmission with metal gearing in it. Got the Endura Gold Viper. I did not use the whole transmission mount. I just used the carbon fiber plate that it came with, dremeled it down to shave it down to make room in the between the frame rails. And then I just use these M2 computer standoffs to mount it to the trans and that plate. Um, got a Fly Sky SR8 C receiver that goes with my FlySky G7P controller that I'll be sending along with it if it gets picked. Cheap Amazon e AM32 ESC. Still have to do some programming on it. The motor does get a little warm, even though the meshing does feel really nice. So I'm pretty sure it's something in the programming. Hopefully I can get that figured out. I got to get a YouTube certification or a degree on tuning AM32s to get that figured out. Um, Shocks, we are running stock without springs on the front, and then the rear, I kind of figured shouldn't it should still be a freebie because these are the AX24s, the 4-wheel steer shocks. They're the stock ones. They're a little bit longer. They do have a pin spring mod to kind of shorten the travel on the rear. Um, I needed a little bit extra length with where the frame rails ended and what I wanted to do. Um, yeah, still stock, basically SCX24 shocks and finish should count. Um, we do have the 12T front gearing for the overdrive. For links, I've got the front ones are ones that I made with some link ends and some brass rod that I threaded to put on there. We got OGRC metal drive shafts. The rear links are gladiators that I went and I heated up and put some, let's see, yeah, see too well, but there's a small bend at the front and a little more extreme bend in the rear for some double bends. But I mean, it tucks up real nice. You don't see the drive line or anything like that. Body mounts, I've got some really heavy duty magnets. This black stuff is like some expanded PVC, is what I was told. It came with an air conditioner that I bought that was kind of in there for packing. And so I just kind of cut it up and E6000 it to the frame rails. Um, yeah, that's about it as far as the mechanical side. We are running some bands, still messing with how many I need to have on there. I just got to get that ESC tuned up better so I don't overheat and kill that motor. As for the body, so when I put my entry in, I was originally trying to do a vacuum formed Lexan body. I built my own vacuum forming machine. I've got a video and a picture of it in there. You can kind of see it, but it failed miserably. And I was running out of time. I tried several different things, couldn't get it to work, so I gave up. And I finished this 10 minutes before and got it submitted before the deadline. Um, so I just hurried and took a 3D printed one that I had of the body I wanted, cut it up, threw some spray paint on it, threw the magnets and stuff on it, and yeah, hurry and send everything before the end of the deadline. Um, I talked to him afterwards. I was like, "Hey, is cosmetics okay?" Trey said, "Yeah, cosmetics are fine." So I took the body back off. I sanded it, covered it with high build primer. I got a picture of the can I used on there that you'll be able to see. Uh, Sanded it some more, primered it, sanded it, primered it until I got pretty much all of the layer lines and stuff out, and then painted it up. Um, it needed some pinstriping because it's not even a hot rod if it does not have old school pinstriping. Put a little paint on the tail lights. Um, the reason I went with vinyl for the pinstriping is because I really botched the. You can see the imperfections on the pinstripe on the sides, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm not even going to try to do it with the cool pinstriping on the hood and on the back." So yeah, that's just vinyl. Um, for my 3D printed parts, the body is one and the grill was one. You can definitely see up here. This was all one piece at one point in time, but like I said, those magnets are too strong. When I pry it up on the back, it popped the front piece off, so I had to re-glue it. Kind of see if I can reinforce that somehow. Um, but not today. So, anyways, yeah, they're strong. Um, yeah, I got some pictures that I'm gonna include. I got some picture. I got a picture of the wheels where they're all tore apart, so you can kind of see the insides of that. I got some cool shots out on the rocks. I have a small. I think it's like a 1 minute video of some runtime on it. So yeah, go ahead, follow us on Instagram, Little Dog RC. We're also on Facebook. Um, we got this video on YouTube, and planning on doing some more. So if you'd like to see some more content for custom builds that I do, you've seen the Long Boy SCX30 I just showed you, and then we've got Atlas, which was on 24 Reps channel at one point in time, and hopefully the RockRod will be on there. So yeah, can't wait to see who Trey picks. If it's not us, there have been some awesome builds, and I look forward to seeing them all. So until next time.